that date of birth on your ID. That number has nothing to do with how old your body actually is. Right now, two people can be exactly the same age, and one of them can be biologically 10 years older than the other. Not because of genetics, not because of luck, it's because of what has been happening inside their cells every single day without either of them knowing it. Your biological age is not the number of years you have lived. It is the actual condition of your cells, your DNA, your mitochondria, and your hormonal systems right now, today. And for most people, that number is higher than the one on their ID, sometimes significantly higher. Here's what nobody explains. Your chronological age is fixed. You cannot change it. But your biological age is something else entirely. It shifts every single day, in one direction or the other, based on signals your body is constantly receiving. Signals you are almost certainly not aware of. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what biological age is, what is driving it inside your body right now, and why two people born on the same day can be living in completely different biological realities. This was never about how many years you have lived. It was always about what those years did to your cells. Your chronological age counts time. Your biological age measures something completely different. It measures the accumulated condition of your cells, the length of your telomeres, it's the methylation patterns written into your DNA, the efficiency of your mitochondria, the inflammatory signals circulating through your blood, speed at which your cells are replicating and repairing themselves. All of these systems are aging, but not at the same rate in every person, and not at the same rate in every organ of your own body. Here is what that actually means. Right now, your heart might be biologically younger than your chronological age, while your liver is older. Your brain might be aging at a completely different rate than your immune system. Biological age is not one number describing your whole body. It is a collection of cellular clocks running at different speeds across different systems, all of them responding to the same daily inputs. The most precise way scientists currently measure biological age is through epigenetic clocks. Your DNA does not just carry your genetic code. It also carries chemical tags called methylation marks that shift in predictable patterns as you age. By reading those marks, researchers can calculate how old your cells actually are with remarkable accuracy. Studies show that epigenetic age can differ from chronological age by anywhere from 5 to 20 years in either direction. 20 years. In either direction? That means a 45-year-old with a biological age of 35 and a 45-year-old with a biological age of 55 are living in fundamentally different biological realities. Same passport, completely different cellular landscape. Have you ever looked at two people the same age and wondered why one seems to carry their years so differently than the other? That is not luck. That is not genetics. That is two different biological ages expressing themselves through the same chronological number. This is where everything changes. Your biological age is not a fate written by your genes. Research is clear. Genetics account for roughly 25% of the variation in biological aging. The remaining 75% comes from what is happening in your body every single day. Things you may or may not be aware of. And the chances are, you are not aware of them. Think about this. Right now, there might be a low-level fire burning inside your body and you feel nothing. Your immune system is designed to detect a threat, fight it, and shut down. But chronic stress, disrupted sleep, and processed food prevent the shutdown from ever happening. A low but constant inflammation signal circulates through your bloodstream for weeks, months, years. And that signal silently ages your cells day by day. Research shows that while this fire is active, your body accumulates 2 to 3 biological years for every 1 chronological year, without you feeling a thing. But the real turning point is the cortisol story. Every stressful day, every late night, every thought that would not stop, all of it triggers cortisol. And cortisol goes straight for your telomeres. Telomeres are the protective caps at the ends of your chromosomes, the biological endurance that determines how long your cells stay young. They shorten a little with every cell division. That is normal and inevitable. But cortisol accelerates that shortening dramatically. Individuals with chronically elevated cortisol carry telomeres equivalent to an additional 10 years of biological aging compared to people the same age with normal cortisol levels. 10 years? From stress alone? And then there is a third factor, the quietest one. Your mitochondria, the tiny energy-producing structures inside every cell. When they slow down, your body does not just generate less energy, it also falls behind on repair. Cellular maintenance gets delayed. The backlog builds. And your biological clock quietly speeds up. Research from the Karolinska Institute found a 10-year difference in mitochondrial aging between sedentary and active individuals of the same age, not a few years. 10. From a single behavioral factor. Now stop and ask yourself honestly, how well have you slept over the past 6 months? How much stress have you been carrying? How consistently have you moved? Your body has been recording the answers to those questions cell by cell, and that record shows up directly in your biological age. Wait a moment. Everything you have just heard might feel heavy. Inflammation, cortisol, telomeres, mitochondria. It can start to feel like everything is already falling apart. But here's the part nobody tells you. These systems run in reverse, in the exact opposite direction. Not at the same speed, not through identical mechanisms, but they reverse. And this is not just a claim. Cellular biology says so. Think of it this way. Every day your body sends you two kinds of signals. Some say age. Others say repair. The balance between those two signals, that precise shifting balance, is what determines your biological age at any given moment. Do you actually know what happens in your cells when you exercise? Your muscles tire, you lose your breath, push through discomfort. But in that exact moment of exertion, something activates inside your cells. Repair pathways open. New mitochondria are produced. Cellular maintenance genes switch on. Your body reads the stress signal and responds with a single instruction: repair, strengthen, renew. Studies show that regular physical activity is associated with telomere lengths equivalent to 9 years of reduced biological age compared to sedentary individuals. 9 years, not from the gym itself, from the cellular repair signal exercise triggers. Now think about last night. How many hours did you sleep? But more importantly, did you actually sleep deeply? Because growth hormone, your body's primary repair hormone, is released almost exclusively during deep, slow-wave sleep. If you wake up tired, if you surface repeatedly through the night, if your eyes open before you are ready, your growth hormone is not completing its work. And research shows that disrupted deep sleep is associated with 5 to 7 additional years of biological aging. It's not about how long you slept. It's about whether the deep sleep actually happened. And the third factor is the simplest looking one and the least understood. The inflammatory environment in your blood. When you reduce that low-level fire through nutrition, stress, regulation, and sleep quality, your cells respond. A study published in Nature Aging found that interventions targeting inflammation produced measurable reductions in epigenetic clock readings within 8 weeks. 8 weeks of shifted inflammatory signaling, and the cells looked measurably younger. Here's what that means for you specifically. Your biological age changed this week, based on how you slept, how much stress you carried, and how often you moved over the past 7 days. It shifted, in one direction or the other. And it will shift again next week. The question is simply which direction. This is where the biology becomes personal. Your biological age is not a choice. It is a readout. A precise, measurable signal from your cellular systems reflecting the cumulative effect of everything your body has processed, the stress it absorbed, the sleep it received, the inflammatory load it has been carrying, and the repair work it managed to complete. And unlike your chronological age, it is speaking to you right now. It's through signals most people have been misreading their entire lives. Persistent fatigue that sleep does not resolve is often a mitochondrial signal cells that cannot generate enough energy to meet the body's demand. Research shows this directly correlates with accelerated biological aging in cellular energy systems. Recovery that stretches longer than it used to from exercise, from illness, from emotional strain, is a cellular repair signal. The maintenance systems are falling behind. Damage is accumulating faster than the capacity to address it. Skin that changes in texture or resilience faster than you expected is a collagen synthesis signal, tied directly to the same cellular aging mechanisms that drive epigenetic clock acceleration. None of this is inevitable. None of it is permanent. These are all downstream outputs of upstream cellular processes that respond to input, adapt to signal, and shift based on what you do consistently over time. Research from Harvard's Aging Biology Department shows that individuals who systematically address the 3 core accelerators, chronic inflammation, cortisol load, and mitochondrial decline, showed epigenetic age reductions of 3 to 8 years within 12 months. Not slowing the clock, it's actually moving it in the other direction. Your cells are not your calendar. They're a living system that responds to what you give them. And they have been responding your entire life, whether you were paying attention or not. You have one chronological age. It moves in one direction. You cannot negotiate with it. But your biological age is something else entirely. telomere length, mitochondrial efficiency, inflammatory environment, repair capacity, the true condition of your cells right now. And it is shifting every single day based on signals your body receives, whether you are aware of them or not. Chronic inflammation accelerates it. Cortisol shortens your telomeres. Mitochondrial decline adds years your passport does not show. But sleep restores it. Movement reverses it. Reducing the inflammatory burden shifts the epigenetic clock in the other direction. Your biological age changed this week. The question is not whether it moved, it always moves. The question is which direction it moved and whether you understood why. Two people, same birthday, completely different biological realities. The difference was never luck. It was never genetics. It was the cumulative signal their cells received every single day and what those cells did with it. Now you know what your cells are listening for. You know they have been listening your entire life. How does your body feel right now compared to 5 years ago? And have you ever wondered whether that difference was inevitable or whether it was always just biology? Everything driving your biological age has a mechanism. And every single one of those mechanisms is waiting for you on this channel.